I just started a farm, and no good farm is complete without animals. Today, I'm gonna be introducing you to the most useful farm animal I know. Cats! Cats. Some people are dog people. Some people are cat people. I used to consider myself to be both. But ever since starting a farm and having a child, I find myself falling firmly on the side of cats. On a small-scale farm, I really can't think of a more useful animal. They're really self-sufficient, very adaptable, and they hunt farm pests like rats and birds for fun. This is Cleo. We've had her since she was just 2 weeks old. She's incredibly smart and really cute. And there's just something special about her. I don't know of any other cats that play fetch. And this isn't something I taught her, which, to be honest with you, kind of blows my mind. Every single time I play with her, I realize that she trained me to do this just cause she thought it was fun. She's an incredible cat. But enough about her. The shadow hiding in the back is Caesar. He's less smart, but he makes up for it by looking majestic. He's pretty playful if you get him in the right mood, but his favorite hobbies include sitting, waiting, and napping. These cats have spent a lot of time with each other, and over the years, they've gotten pretty close. But today, they'll be facing a new challenge together. These pampered house cats are gonna be farm cats. And although that comes with a lot of benefits, it has some challenges too. Earlier in the day, I cleared a safe space for them in the shed, so they've got a few days of food, water, and a litter box if they really need it. On the farm, there's lots of places for these cats to settle down. And right now, all they need is an easy-to-find place for their food and water. I really want them to explore their new home, so if they don't feel comfortable enough to go out of the shed in the first few days, I'll probably put their food and water outside, in a protected place, to encourage them to see what's out there. Though, knowing Cleo, she'll be out by the end of the day. But I don't know about Caesar. With that, it was time to give the cats a break. There are a few random piles of scrap wood and some rocks that need to be dug up and thrown away. So I put on my big boy boots and got to work. The first step was setting up the panel for my solar battery. This is one of the most useful things I have on the farm, and I use it to charge all the batteries from my electric tools. For the small amount of time it takes to put this up, it has a pretty big impact on my bank account. You might have seen the piles of trash in front of the cat shed earlier. That's because I was trying to clean up the farm in the brutal summer heat. And the only things I had to do it were some gloves and a wheelbarrow. This farm is a one-man show, so I've got the whole thing on my back. And because I'm idealistic, I'm gonna tackle every job with the lowest carbon footprint possible. That means no tractors, no harvesters, or any other big machines you'll see on other farms. But, of course, it's gonna take a lot of work. Luckily, that's part of my plan. I've spent way too much time in the past few years sitting in a chair in front of a computer screen. To be a good farmer, or to be good at anything else really, you have to have both a strong body and a strong mind. So every single day, I'm gonna put some serious effort into developing both. But you guys aren't here to hear my personal philosophy. Back to the cats. On my first check-in, the cats seemed to be doing pretty well. So I got back to work. As you guys probably already know, the cats aren't the only animal on the farm. And I've allowed the coop to get a little more disorganized than I normally like. So before checking in on the cats, I made sure to spend some time making the girls' home a little bit nicer. But to be honest, I don't think these chickens really appreciate it.
kitty.
Cleo was there to greet me on the second check. And although at first it didn't seem like she was in the best mood, eventually she seemed to be warming up to the place. And when I came back after a few hours, she seemed right at home.
Hi Cleo, where's Caesar? Oh, there he is.
And a few hours after that, I think the cats were starting to feel safe enough to explore a little bit. They had eaten some of the food I left for them, which is normally a pretty good sign of comfort in cats. So I'm sure they'll be leaving the shed soon. But there's always the chance that I might be wrong. When I stopped in to check this morning, I couldn't find Caesar or Cleo. Their litter box had been used, and they'd eaten some of their food, so I wasn't really worried. I had an insane amount of work to do, so after looking around for just a minute, I got back to it. As I wandered around the farm, the kitties came out of the woodworks.
Come here, Caesar.
Caesar had settled under his favorite
Caesar.
bush.
Caesar, come here. Caesar.
At least he'd chosen a good one.
Caesar.
This bougainvillea is looking really healthy.
Caesar. Yeah, come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah. There we go.
He's pretty jumpy and alert to every car that passes by, but I'd say that he's settling in really well. And although petting him was nice, I didn't have all day.
Good boy. Come on, bud. Let's go. Come on, Caesar. Come on. Buddy. Caesar. Come here, bud.
Caesar had clearly found a spot that he liked, so I gave him some pets and said bye so I could keep cleaning up the farm. And just a few minutes later, Cleo surprised me from the fence. She was definitely feeling a lot more at home than Caesar. But she's got a more adventurous personality too. Cleo was still reacting to just about every car that passed, but she seems like she'll be getting over it fast. And I'm sure that Caesar's nervousness won't last. That's it for today. Next time, we're gonna be making compost. We need a whole lot for the farm. Only 20% of the people who watch my videos are from the United States, but I want you guys all across the world to be able to interact with the farm. And I want to reward the people who made it all the way to the end. Leave a comment with your favorite farm animal names, and if you're lucky, maybe they'll be making an appearance in the next few videos. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.